Alright, so I know that school is actually gonna be really boring without friends, to be honest. School without friends is literally like very boring and stuff like that. And what I'm trying to say is, should you make friends at school? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I've been a lone wolf for a very, very long time and it was boring. I'm gonna be honest, it was boring in school. Having no friends at school is basically boring. But the thing is, it is way better to be alone than to try and fit in with the guys who are like playing video games, like consuming, watching TikTok, like watching porn and stuff like that. Like it is way better to like keep your distance away from those guys. Like literally everybody is like AFK in like their own mind. Like if you try and speak to them, like they can barely focus on you. Like you try and speak to like a student and like they wouldn't even they wouldn't even like try and speak to like they can't even focus properly. Like you, I've I tried like speaking to someone there, like they're just AFK. Like, I tried to, like I said, like yo bro, like he's just like they're literally AFK. And so like if they're like that, like what's the point of like making them as your friend? Like if they are friends with you, like and they make school fun, I don't know if like I don't know if you should like continue with that. But if they're like a crab who like wants you to play video games when you're trying to improve, like you've already like you've already quit video games, and these guys are like trying to make you like play video games, like don't be friends with those guys. Like they literally will just make you addicted to video games even more. So 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 in order to get like real friends, like there are still people out there who are not AFK. There are still people out there who are improving themselves, meditating, lifting weights. Like in the gym, you can make friends who like lift weights, and it's basically the same thing. You just approach. Sad thing is, I didn't had any experience with gyms because like my mom's like not allowing me to like go to gyms and stuff like that. Like I don't think they have the money for it. But if you do go to gyms, like you can make friends there, and like by making friends there, you're basically making a friend who is quite similar to you, who like lifts weight like you are. Because if you do make friends with a guy who is quite similar to you, like you'd get quite along. Like if the vibe is great, of course you'd get along. So basically, like now you have like a friend who lifts weight on like the gym. He lifts weight, right? So you're gonna be more happier to go to the gym, like to go and invite him. Like if you basically invite him or he invites you to like go to gyms, like go to a gym or something, like of course you'd be happier to lift weights because you're basically like having another friend to like help you out, or like because when they're like shouting like yeah, do it, like you can do it, like of course you're gonna get stronger because of that. Anyways, outside, well, it's basically quite rare to find someone who is an AFK. Like everybody's chilling. Like there's so many kids, and there's so many like teens who aren't on my age, and like there's adults who are like they're all not my age, but like the people that you can find who are improving themselves are only found through online. Like you can find someone who is improving themselves outside, but you will take literally like a while to find one. It's almost impossible to do so. So the easiest way is basically to just join a community, like a self improvement community, like just like a community where other men are like staying like basically they are improving themselves, like meditating, like lifting weights and like doing some gratitude. Those people are only found through online community because they're only found like they're like everywhere, but they would never be found. And in order to actually be friends with those guys, basically you have to become a lone wolf yourself. Like you gotta stop being friends with the crabs or the people who play video games. Like don't try to fit with those guys. Like, those guys will like quite make you. They will make you addicted. So I advise you not to be friends with those guys. Like just like my classmate who like watches porn like on class like mid break, he's watching like porn or something like. I was like, what the hell, bro? Why aren't you even like embarrassed? I was like, aren't you even embarrassed that you're watching this in school, like, bro? Then he's then he's like it's literally not even embarrassed to watch it. So I basically like stopped being friends with those guys. Like I haven't had in contact with them since the end of school. I mean the same break for like a really long time. So in order to stop like loneliness, like in order to answer the question, should you make friends at school? I recommend you to like not to like like you can find a good friend there who like studies or who is smart, who is helping you study. Like that's a good friend, even though he may do some bad habits like watching TikTok or something. If he's making you like if he's helping you study, yeah, he's a good friend. But if he's like making you play video games, he's a bad friend though. He's literally just trying to make you addicted yourself. So keep away from those guys. If you had the courage to try and make friends at school, like I don't really have that much courage, but there are people who I know that helps others study, which is like I'm pretty sure a good friend. Because if you're like if you're trying to make friends who are on self improvement, bro, you can you can make friends on like online communities, but you gotta find those communities. Like you can try joining Hamza's like Discord, like it works. Like that's where I made like a few online friends. So you can join his because I don't really have my own community yet. But you can join but you can join his. But yeah, that's quite all of it. You can if you wanna support me out you can subscribe, keep on improving.